So hopefully you're starting to understand just how important this motion is right here. And why it's important to be able to sit forward is because we want to be able to transfer power onto the feet and the handle at the front end of the rowing stroke. This is good posture. If I'm sitting in a chair, if I'm sitting on a physio ball, if I'm just sitting here on the rowing machine, this is good posture. I'm sitting straight up and down, nice and solid through the column and through the core. So I'm in a very strong position. But the problem on a rowing machine is that in just sitting up and down, it's difficult for me to be able to apply myself at full power. And if I'm sitting straight up and down, I shortchange myself when it comes to utilizing the back and swinging through the rowing stroke. If I'm sitting straight up and down and come into the catch, then it's very difficult to be able to transfer onto the machine, power on the feet, power on the handle. Plus, I'm already upright, so I only get half of the body swing through the rowing stroke. So with upright posture, only upright, it looks like this. Now, I can get a decent amount of power onto the rowing machine despite not rowing well. Rowing with good posture for a seated position, but not good posture for the rowing machine. So what's missing is that tilt forward. So we want to match that good solid column with tilt forward. And you want to think when it comes to the body that you're operating in between 11 and 1 o'clock. 11 at the catch, 1 o'clock at the finish. 11 at the catch, 1 o'clock at the finish. So if we get that tilt, now we're able to come forward and transfer onto the feet and handle much more efficiently. And that looks like this. So you'll notice quicker in and out of the front end, more powerful out of the front end, and allowing me to get full swing of the body through the rowing stroke. So what becomes important is once we've finished our stroke, making sure that the arms carry forward and the body tilts, and then we roll into the front end. Getting the tilt, then the release. So what drills can we do to promote proper position with the body forward so when we arrive at the front end of the rowing stroke, we're able to take the best stroke possible? One of the things we need to look at is simply range of motion in the hips. If we're tight in the hamstrings, glutes, low back, it's very difficult to reach forward. There's a joke in rowing, your ability or inability to touch your toes, by and large, will determine how good you are at rowing. And it's a joke, but there's truth to it. If we don't have the ability to swing forward to this nice reach position, body forward position, and that position comes from down low. It's the tilt in the hips. It's the pelvis tilting forward and backward. So this drill right here with the legs flat, just body and arms, is a great drill to be able to promote the range of motion necessary to achieve the body position with which we want to arrive at the front end of the rowing stroke. Another drill that we can use to help promote proper body position for arrival at the front end is the body over pause. So we'll be taking normal strokes, and then when the arms and body come forward, we'll pause, make sure we're in the right position, and then float through the front end. And that looks like this. Just need a 1 count or 2 count in your head. 1, 2. 1, 2. And in this pause position, feel your hamstrings stretch, feel your pelvis tilted forward, feel that good sit-up coming from down low, shoulders relaxed. And once we've achieved the position, we just maintain it into the front end. Another drill that we can utilize to help us achieve proper positioning of the body forward, feeling that tilt before we roll forward, is an arms away pause. And that looks like this. Body is still to bow, the arms are outstretched. This is the pause point. The first motion off the pause, tilt, then roll. Arms out, tilt, and roll. Now, part of the importance of doing these drills to help us achieve the body forward position is to help us achieve that body forward position before the knees rise. If the knees start to rise before the body's fully forward, then we put ourselves in a position where we're fighting momentum to try and achieve body forward position by the time that we get to the front end of the rowing stroke. Instead, what we're looking for are strokes in which the body tilts and then we release. Tilt, tilt. This way the body's already set, and then we can just float freely into the front end of the stroke. We're not going to be stuck at the back end fighting momentum, trying to achieve the correct position by the time we arrive at the front end of the rowing stroke. So hopefully you're starting to understand just how important this motion is right here. Not only its mobility, but also the timing with which you activate that tilt forward. So remember, good posture is not just upright posture. Sitting up is only half of what we need. We want to match that sitting up with sitting forward. And all of that comes from mobility, flexibility, and timing from the hips and pelvis. Tilt forward and release. Tilt forward, release the knees. Hopefully you found this discussion on posture and body positioning helpful. If so, like, subscribe, leave a comment. More videos to come. Thanks for tuning in.